Hi students, welcome to Sunil's tutorial. I am Sunil Mirwani and today we will be doing this chapter called as standard costing. Let's see this. We are doing question number 14 on page 342. Guys, can you please see question number 14 on page 342? Always make the table first. So you make standard, actual, hours, rate, hours, rate, hours, rate for actual output. So before you start the sum, always you have to make the table first. Pay attention first. I'll explain to you. You can solve it later. As it is, I'm not solving the whole sum. So you will have to solve it on your own only. Let's see this. Using the following information for department X, calculate all possible labor variances. They have given you that actual wage rate per hour. Guys, actual wage rate per hour is given to you as 3.4. Since they have said actual, I am writing it in actual. Standard hours for production is 8,640. Standard hours is 8,640. Standard rate is given to you as 3 rupees. And actual hours are given to you as 8,200 rupees. Right? Now, your table is ready. Once your table is ready, you can calculate all your 3 variances. First, let's calculate labor cost variance. Now, please pay attention here. Labor cost variance is standard hours into standard rate minus actual hours into actual rate. So, this is going to be 8640 into 3 minus 8200 into 3.4. Someone please tell me how much is 8640 into 3. Someone give me that answer please.
25920.
25920. And someone please give me 8400.
27,880.
27,880. Someone please subtract this.
1960.
1960. Now pay attention here. Guys, 25,000 minus 27,000 will give you a negative answer. When you get a negative answer, you don't write the negative sign, but instead of that, you write a A in bracket next to it. A stands for adverse balance. A stands for adverse balance. Right? This is my labor cost variance. Then similarly, you can find out labor efficiency variance. Labor efficiency variance is standard hours minus actual hours into standard rate. Standard hours is 8640, actual hours 8200 into standard rate 3 rupees. So this is 440 into 3, 4 3 12, 1320. You are getting a positive answer. When you get a positive answer, next to it you write F. F stands for favorable balance, A stands for adverse balance. The third thing, labor rate variance. Labor rate variance is standard rate minus actual rate into actual hours. Standard rate is 3 minus actual rate 3.4 into actual hours 8,200 negative 0.4 into 8,200. Someone please tell me how much is this?
3280.
3280 negative, therefore you will write A, adverse. Right? Simple, straightforward sum. All you have to make sure is that your table is right. Then substitute in the formula and you will get your answer. Let's see another sum, guys. That was sum number 14. Now for the remaining sums, I will make the table and give you. I would like you all to do the solving on your own. So please pay attention here. We will do question number 15, page 343. Let's see question number 15. First, let's make the table. Standard, actual, hours, rate, hours, rate, hours, rate. Right? For actual output. Let's see this. Now, they've given you that standard hours. The sum says that standard hours are 300 hours and the standard rate is given to you as 2.2. actual hours are 320 and the actual rate is given to you as 2. Exact replica of the previous sum. The entire data is given to you. All you have to do is substitute the three formulas and get the answers. Right? You should be able to do the sum. Now the remaining sums, I'm only going to make the table. I want you all to do the substitution and get the answer. Let's see question number 16. Question number 16. Wow, the textbook does not have a 16 at all. Straight away they have question number 17. Question number 17 on page 343. Let's make the table first. Standard, actual, hours, rate for actual output. Okay, can you please see the sum number 17? They give you from the following information of Orient Manufacturing Company, you have to calculate the variances. Now, they give you standard labor cost per unit of production is 15 rupees. Okay. Standard labor cost for 1 unit. They haven't given you per hour. Okay. They give you time allocated per unit is 30 hours. Right. For 1 unit, guys, see this. Hours and rate. For 1 unit, it takes 30 hours and I'm paying 15 rupees for 1 unit. That means per hour, how much am I going to be paying the labor? X is going to be equal to nothing but 15 upon 30, which is nothing but 1 upon 2, which is nothing but 0.5. So my standard rate, problem, right? 30 hours, I make 1 unit in 30 hours and I pay 15 rupees. So for 1 hour, how much am I paying the labor? 15 upon 30, that's 0.5. So my standard rate is going to be 0.5. Next, this is for 1 unit, okay? And the hours, I require 30 hours, okay? Now they are saying that during the month of March, 3000 units were produced. 3000 units were produced. Actual output is not 1 unit, but it is 3000 units. During the month of March, 3000 units were produced in 75,000 hours. Actually, I have used 75,000 hours. Actual wages paid is 45,000. Right? Now, this is for standard. Working note 1. Working note 2. Actual. Hours, rate. We have worked for 75,000 hours and we paid the labor 45,000 rupees. That means for 1 hour, how much have I paid the labor? Someone please help me calculate. X is going to be nothing but 45,000 divided by 75,000. Someone please get me this. 45,000 is
0.6.
0.6. So my actual rate is going to be 0.6. Now working note 3. Guys, can you please see this? This is the most tricky sum. Once you follow this, you follow the chapter. Working note 3. Okay. Now in this, for 1 unit hours. For 1 unit, guys, for 1 unit, the standard hours required is 30. For 1 unit, the standard hours required is 30. For 1 unit, the standard hours required is 30 hours. My actual production is 3000 units. If actual production is 3000 units, that means how many hours will I require? 3000 into 30, 3 3s are 9, 90,000 hours. Right? I will require 90,000 hours. Now can we please look at the table once again? Can we please look at the table once again? Now when they give you the actual output, you have to copy the rate here as it is. For 1 unit 30 hours, so for 3000 units 90,000 hours, we just calculated. For 1 unit 30 hours, so for 3000 units it will be 90,000 hours. Once you have two standards, I have data in the standard for this and this, you cancel this out. When the actual output is given to you, you cancel the first standard data out. Now for doing the sum, you will be using this data. So you will take standard from here and actual from here. This is going to be my standard hours, standard rate, actual hours, actual rate. And then you can calculate your three variances. Couple of things that you understand from this sum. Whenever you're writing the rate should always be in terms of per hour. Whenever you're writing the rate should always be in terms of per hour. Okay? If they've given you standard for 1 unit and they've given you actual output, if they've given you standard for 1 unit and they've given you actual output, you find out how many hours are required for actual output. Right? Once you understand this concept, then the chapter is very simple. Let's try another sum out which has all this. This contains all the rules of the chapter. Question number 18, page 344. Standard actual for actual output. Hours, rate, hours, rate, hours, rate. Now in the next sum, they've given you different types of labors, right guys, and they have given you the actual output also. Let's see this. They have given you that they've given you two types of labors, skilled labor, and they have given you semi-skilled labor. Okay. Now let's look at the standard data given to you. The standard data for skilled labor is 2880 hours and the hour rate is 20. Semi-skilled is 1920 hours and the hour rate is 10. Total hours required by semi-skilled and skilled is 4800 and the output is 108 kgs. Standard output is 108 kgs. Okay. For which skilled labor is 2880 hours at the rate of 20 and semi-skilled labor is 1920 hours for 10 at the rate of 10. Let us see the actual data. Actual data, they've said that skilled labor is 1760 hours at the rate of 25 and semi-skilled labor is 2640 hours at the rate of 5. They have given you that actual output is 90 kgs. Right? The actual output is given to you as 90 kgs. Since the actual output is given, I will have to find out the standard for actual output. See, first thing you have to do is copy the rate here as it is. So I am going to copy the rate here as it is. Now it's only the matter of how do I calculate the hours. Output hours, right? For 108 kgs skilled labor requires 2880 hours. For 108 kgs skilled labor requires 2880 hours, but my actual output is only 90 kgs. My actual output is only 90 kgs. So how many hours will they require? Someone please calculate. It will be 90 into 2880 divided by 108. Yeah, how much is this?
3456.
How can it be 3456? It has to be less. Yes, it will be 2400. This is going to be 2400. That was for skilled. Same way, I can work out for semi-skilled also. Output hours, right? Semi-skilled. Semi-skilled worker, output is 108 kgs, requires 1920 hours. right? Whereas my actual output is 90 kg. So how many hours? X is going to be 90 into 1920 divided by 108. Can someone please help me calculate?
1600.
1600 hours, right? Once this is done, you cancel the first column out. The first column is to be cancelled. So now here the data is to be used from these two columns. Now in this case there are two different types of labor, so I'll show you how to do this. First, let's find out the labor cost variance. Labor cost variance is SH into SR minus AH into AR, right? For skilled workers, it is going to be SH into SR, 2400 into 20 minus AH into AR, 1760 into 25. Someone please help me calculate this. 00008 48,000 minus 0 25,600.
4,000.
How much?
44,000.
44,000. So this is 4,000 favorable, right? It is positive answer, so I'm writing favorable. Semi-skilled is going to be SH, that is 1600 into 10 minus AH into AR, 2640 into 5. So this is going to be 16,000 minus some
13,200.
13,200. So this is going to be 14, 15, 16, 2,800 positive, right? Now when multiple labors are given to you, you have to also find out the total labor cost variance. How will I find out the total labor cost variance? Just add the two. So that will be 4,000 plus 2,800. That is 6,800. So my total labor cost variance is going to be 6,800 rupees. I've shown you how to do LCV. You can do the same way for LEV and LRV. Yeah, you wanted to ask me something? Favorable. You'll have to write F. Favorable balance. Okay. Do we get this? I've shown you for LCV. The new thing here was how to, you have to get that total LCV. How do you get total LCV? Whatever data is given to you in the particulars, you have to add all that. That will give you a total. Right? So same way you have to find out total LEV and total LRV. Fine. Let's see another sum, guys. Let's see question number 19. Okay. Question number 19 is rather interesting. It has material as well as labor in it. So we'll have to make a separate table for both of them. Right? We'll first do the labor part. Since we are on labor, let's do the labor part first. Standard, actual. I'm doing only the labor part first for actual output. Hours rate, hours rate, hours rate. I'm calculating for labor first, right? Now, standard cost per unit for labor is given to you for per unit. That means this is for 1 unit. Guys, make sure that you read the question carefully. Standard cost per unit. That means this is the cost for 1 unit. Labor is 400 hours and the labor rate is given to you as 1 rupee per hour. Right? Actual cost is given to you as 3,960 hours at the rate of 1.1 rupee. Actual output is 10 units. Actual output is given to you as 10 units, right? When actual output is given, first thing you copy the rate here as it is, right? Output hours. For 1 unit of output, you require 400 hours. Therefore, for 10 units, your actual output is 10 units. So for 10 units of output, you will require 4,000 hours. Right? Once you have this, you cancel this out. Once you cancel this out, You have all the 4 datas. You can calculate your 3 variances. I will also, since we have already done material variances, I will also make the table for material. That was the table for labor. I am making the table for material also. Standard, actual. This is for actual output. This we have done in the previous lecture. Quantity, rate, quantity, rate, quantity, rate. Okay, let's see for material. Same way, except that instead of hours, you have quantity here. Okay. Now they're giving you material for 1 unit. For 1 unit, material required is 50 kgs at the rate of 40 per kg. Standard is given to you. Actual, they've said that 490 kgs is required at the rate of 42 rupees a kg, and the actual output is 10. Same thing you have to do. First thing, calculate output and quantity. Since actual output is given, you will copy this rate here as it is. Since actual output is given, you will copy the rate here as it is. Now, for 1 unit of output, you require 50 kgs. For 1 unit, you require 50 kgs. So for 10 units of output, you will require 500 kgs. Once you have this, you cancel the standard out. You've already done the formulas for material. Use the formulas for material and calculate the 3 variances of material. Right? Just in case if you've forgotten the formulas of material, I'll just write the formulas down. MCV, material cost variance, is nothing but SQ into SP minus AQ into AP. Right? Then MUV, material usage variance, is nothing but SQ minus AQ into SP. And MPV, material price variance, is nothing but SP minus AP into actual quantity. So just in case if you've forgotten your formulas, I've written the formulas again, so you can find out your material variances here. Right? Do we get this thing clear? We will stop here for the day. Thank you very much.